Hi Pisces, welcome to your reading for February 2014. Happy birthday to those celebrating a birthday later in the month. Happy Valentine's Day, single or coupled, doesn't matter. We can still celebrate our own love, right? Buy yourself some flowers, right? Buy yourself some candy, like, who cares? Just buy yourself something, or do something good for yourself. Show yourself the love. Anyways, I want to welcome everyone to the reading. This is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising. You may have planets in the sign of Pisces. You may be in love with a Pisces. How could you not be? Pisces is in love with you. Or you were intuitively guided, or all of the above, like intuitively guided to the channel. And what I mean by that is you may not even be in a Pisces, but something made you want to watch the video or, come to the channel. So just trust in that. My guides, I feel, are very good getting the right people here. So welcome. All right, guys, we are going to start your reading using this deck of major arcanas. I've used them a couple months ago. And this is going to give us really an idea of what's going on, maybe what we can expect, that type of information. We're only going to take a couple of them. I'm going to give them a couple shuffles. Again, they're only major arcanas. Go ahead and relax your mind. The best way to really receive your message is through a calm mind. And let's begin. See, like this white, looks like a really thin little feather, just like floating around here. Just kind of watching it to see where it lands. Okay, so we have the Hierophant, does represent Taurus. We have the Sun, can represent Leo. When the Sun comes out in your reading, it's always a good thing, even if it comes out reversed. And we have the Lovers. I'm not surprised being a Pisces reading. We always talk about love. Possible Gemini. So we have the Hierophant, we have the Sun, and we have the Lovers. Have the Chariot on the bottom of the deck. Possible Cancer. It's a beautiful energy of getting married. Moving into a truly committed type of relationship. Do one more. I have the Nine of Cups. I have the King of Wands. And I have the Three of Swords. Actually, I want to take more in a row. So I have the King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, though I do have Leo supporting that, so I know some of you, you're either Leo or you're interested in Leo. I have the Three of Swords that is somewhat connected to the Lover's card. So many times when I feel that or see that, I feel like it's talking about an earlier time. So this may be talking about someone of our past. You know, and I want to remind someone, I don't know why, but I feel like I need to say that sometimes a tower will fall because the foundation that it had been built on was weak. It was a weak foundation. And the tower comes and it seems that this relationship is easily taken apart. Okay, it's easily taken apart, but again, it's because it started on a weak foundation. Doesn't necessarily mean the two people involved are weak. Normally, it had this weak foundation. You know, maybe I don't have, you know, I didn't have a lot of self-confidence. Whatever the case, right? Maybe we didn't have money. We had love, but we didn't have money, and we thought, that's all you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love, love, love is all you need. But sometimes you need more. And I'm saying all this because the energy I'm feeling is not so much about the tower and why the tower came down, but the ability to rebuild. Okay, and if I'm willing and able to rebuild this, I'm going to build it this time with a much stronger foundation. Okay. So simply, you know, for some of you, this is about a past relationship, and it's like Spirit coming out early saying, don't put too much into the demise, right? Because it strictly is because the foundation was weak to start with. Again, it's not the people, it's the foundation of the relationship, okay? And that is probably where the Three of Swords is coming out. Why it's coming out. You know, we start this row with the Nine of Cups. So yeah, that's the energy of feeling good within your own self, feeling good within your own life. Taking that time to build your own foundation, to think about your own desires, to chase your own dreams. That's what the Nine of Cups is about. It is about fulfilling your dreams, right? Fulfilling your dreams. So sometimes when my foundation was weak and something crashes down, it sends me or it triggers me into a different direction. Many times in that direction is when I really start concentrating on me and my spirit, you know, and perhaps if everything had gone great in my life, maybe I would never, you know, sometimes I need to be brought down to my knees to receive the true clarity, right? Because we have the sun here, so if nothing else, this is about clarity. This is moving out of times, you know, of not knowing, always wondering. Whether I find the answer or I say, you know what, I don't know why I'm looking for that answer. It is clarity. We have the Seven of Wands. We have the Queen of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And we have the Ace of Wands. So for a few of you, this may be, you may be in the mode of a relationship coming back together. Well, let's get all our cards out first. We're going to take two more cards. We have the Three of Pentacles. We have the Prince of Cups. Feels like there's more than one card there. We have the Princess of Wands. And we have the Five of Swords. I'm trying to move so I can get the sun on the cards. I feel like there is the energy of someone out there who was working in a team. I was part of a group, and maybe when I was part of this group, I could have had like a crush on someone. Maybe I had a relationship with this person, and I do feel more like in a romantic sense. Maybe I never spoke, or maybe I never told this person how I feel, because I feel like, you know, there was us. We were the group. We were, you know, we were, what's that saying? Tight as thieves? I don't think that's the right word. Tight as thieves? Thick as thieves? Anyway, it was us against the world. And then I feel like someone from that group then got distracted from another, like, you know, like I kind of have a crush on this person, right? We're in a group. Maybe it's a band. I don't know. Maybe it's just us in school, right? And it was us against the world. And it's one thing I could count on. It was us. And I do feel like it's more than two people. But nonetheless, I feel like, and then I have feelings. I developed feelings for someone in this group. I may not have told them because I kind of feel like I didn't tell them. And then they meet someone, and when they meet this person, their attention starts to go towards that person and away from the group. I feel like this became a real problem. You know, I don't know if it was a real problem or because I was hurt, because it hurt me. You know, I may have then started to act in a different way. I maybe became more aggressive. Again, you know, here's my group, and then bam, this person's looking out there and connecting with someone out there. And I'm not loving it. I'm just not loving it. And that in return causes me to start to act out of character. I definitely feel like all of a sudden I start to act out of character. Maybe I start to get cocky, or and of course we can flip the script on this too, right? It doesn't have to be you. It can be part of your group, and this is the feelings of someone. Because again, I feel like chances are I didn't tell them. Excuse me just one second. Okay, just a little chilly in here. I get cold when I'm reading. Okay. And I want to say one more thing too. This can also be the energy of, like, let's use a band for an example, like you know, like a rock band, and you know, we're creating music and what have you. I don't know how good we are and that kind of thing. I don't know how successful we are, but we call ourselves a band. And then again, that energy of someone from the band being called outward, right? It's a, you know, I'm feeling like they're being tempted outward, but listen, it may have been a great opportunity presented to them, but I'm taking it in a way, you know, it's causing me pain. It's causing me pain. And again, it triggers me to then act in a certain way, out of my character, out of my character, but, you know, bottom line is this is what was seen and what was heard. And I don't know. Let's keep going. I have the Seven of Swords on the bottom of the deck. So, you know, Seven of Swords is about energy that I'm not sure if I can trust. The Nine of Swords underneath that. And then the Sun. This is definitely worrying about someone else's energy or even my own energy. And I feel like there's a sense of, you know, can I trust it? Can I trust the energy? Okay, let's keep going. Let's bring out the Cosmic Tarot. And let's break this baby down. We're going to start at the beginning. I have the Emperor, card of Aries, and I have the Five of Pentacles. I feel like this is walking away from this Emperor. You know, for some of you, this is definitely connected to, you know, I'm saying you walked away from this person, and I do feel like you did, and it could have certainly been a boss. It could have been a higher up, someone that you, you know, you had a lot of belief in, that you had a lot of faith in, and, you know, the energy of the Tower, because the Five of Pentacles is like, feels like I've been thrown out in the cold. I feel like I've been thrown out in the cold, and I don't have any choice within the Five of Pentacles. You know, I am more or less thrown out into the cold. So whatever connected to this Emperor, it doesn't, you know, for whatever the reason, you know, something just feels like it changed in their life, and therefore it changed your life, but not in the way that you wanted. Changed your life as in it gave a clear separation at that point. You know, the Five of Pentacles also talks about helpful people being put in place for us after the fact. So I have no doubt that that's what will come up. But right now, I can definitely see that this is someone that I did put a lot of my faith into. I put belief into. I believed what they told me. I believed that this would be, you know, a forever thing, or I believed that we were going to collaborate and, you know, set the world on fire type of thing. But it's not what happened. It's not what happened. There was an interruption. Something flowed to this Emperor, and therefore, you know, on the Emperor side, I feel like I didn't really have a choice. So it's almost like I'm in a band, and, you know, the Emperor is like the lead singer or something, or the lead guitarist, and an agent sees him and, like, you know, no, I only want that person, right? I don't want the whole band. I only want the lead singer, the lead guitarist, that type of thing, a lead drummist. Because I almost feel like they didn't have a choice. Okay, so they didn't have a choice to make the separation. And even if they felt, and they may have felt bad about it, and they probably did, I'm sorry, but nonetheless, it's almost like, well, they feel they had no choice but to go after whatever that is. I definitely know we're back in time right now. You know, and then I have the Sun out here, so this could certainly represent like your hometown, where you were growing up at. Your childhood memories, right? This is all part of my childhood memories, and include your teens in that too. Because I almost feel like this is the time period I'm talking about, like we were teenagers or still young, you know, maybe 20s, I don't know, but I'm feeling more like even younger. Because I have the Four of Wands. I have the Three of Cups. And I have the Death card. Okay. Okay, so what I'm feeling here is, for some of you, with the energy of the Emperor, I feel like, you know, if I was to say back then what our life would be like, I do feel like I would have said that someday we would marry. Someday the two of us will marry. Marry and have a family and that type of thing, you know, become famous, all that. But it's not what happened. And I feel like this Emperor, almost like he joined another band. He signed up with a different band, and I feel like I went from, like, you know, like hard rock to like pop, you know, or classic to country. So changing, I was gonna say changing of the venue, but anyways, okay. All right, so and I want to say, for some reason, I feel like saying that this, I feel like the Emperor is like a mutual sign, mutable. What did I say? Mutual, mutable sign. Anyway, so I feel the energy of this Emperor cuts ties, right? Goes into his journey, his or her journey, joins a band again. And I'm using that, you know, like, what's the word I want to say? You know, I feel like when my guides are giving me a storyline, they're leaving it up to you for interpretation. What I mean by that, for some of you, of course, it's probably not a band. It may just be a group of you. So through a reading, I hope I make it easy enough for you to find your place in it, okay? Because we're using that as the example. It's the first thing that popped out to me. So, nonetheless, so I find myself in this spot where I thought this was going to be the one, right? I thought this is the one, we were going to take the world over, but it wasn't. It wasn't. So then I have the Death card here. It's coming over the Lovers, and I feel like this is talking more about energy than anything else. For some of you, I feel like it's the energy, you know, it may be 20 years later, but you still feel attached to that energy, right? It's someone who maybe has taken space up in my heart, in my brain, and okay, but here's the thing. I feel like what this is really talking about right now is the ability to let that go, let the past go. Let the hardship of it go. Again, the foundation was weak to start with. So I feel like what that's saying is, even if, you know, even if that person didn't, you know, go off into the sunset, it eventually would have happened. Something else would have happened, right? Because the foundation just couldn't have held you. And it's about letting that go, letting stop resisting the change, stop resisting. Don't live in the past. Okay, don't live in the past. And I feel like mainly, again, I'm going to say it one more time, it has to do with a weak foundation. So, you know, it's almost like we didn't have a chance anyway. Could it survived? I mean, it could have survived, but it just seems like there were so many elements here, you know, sitting on top of that weak foundation, that it just feels like it would have collapsed anyway. Okay, it does not mean that something can't be rebuilt, but if it's going to be rebuilt, then you have the opportunity to rebuild it on a strong foundation. Let's keep going. I'm going to leave those out for a minute. We have the Six of Swords. So, that's the energy of walking away, but that's the energy of walking away without taking the drama forward. This is the ability, this is a conscious effort to set down the swords of the past, right? Set down my ego, set down sometimes needing to be right. It's not about spirit saying, why do you always got to be right? No, what's being said is sometimes we chase the being right so much and it just doesn't matter. It's the energy if it doesn't matter. Sometimes I can't understand everything and maybe I'm not meant to figure it all out. If I just know that the foundation was weak, well, anything that followed that, is coming from the energy of weakness. And this is the ability, again, a conscious effort of saying, I'm just going to put it all behind me. And it's falling over the Nine of Cups. And I love that because this is now going after your dream, right? So here we were in a group. We, whether it's a relationship or a band or what have you, we were going to, we were the Three Musketeers. We were going to do this together. And now, because in one way you were forced, it was about, I got to let that go. I can't hold on to that regret. I can't hold on to all that. I got to set it down because if it's the only way that I can really start chasing my own desires. I have the Seven of Cups, but which one? Which desire do I go after? And I have the Hangman. Interesting. This is the energy of someone wanting to go after their dreams. I may have a few things I want to go after. I don't know where to go. I don't know where to start. I don't know which cup to look at. I don't know which one to trust. We have the Seven of Swords here, right? But we also have the Chariot over here. The Chariot's a major arcana, so it's the energy that wants to be taken. But yet there's this trust issue from over here. And this is kind of holding me in place with the Hangman. So there's no movement here. But the reason why there's no movement is because I can't make a choice. I can't make, because maybe everything looks good, but I don't trust everything I'm seeing. I don't trust all the opportunities. This is of an earlier time, falling in line with up top what was happening. But this could also be something that you just find yourself in, right? I want to make it on my own, right? I want to go after my desires, but I'm not sure quite how to do that. So it puts me in the Hangman mode. Let's keep going. Let's see what follows the Hangman. And what this King of Wands has to do with it. What's love got to do? Got to do? Well, I can tell you one reason why the Hangman's here, because the next card is the Three of Swords. So the one thing I want to try to guarantee myself is I don't end up in that kind of pain again. And because of that, maybe I make no move, right? I don't make a decision. I don't make the ultimate move. But this is my main reason, because I'm afraid of getting my heart broken again, or, something, you know, whatever I'm putting together falling apart. I'm letting the heartache of the past really influence my decisions today. I have the Four of Pentacles. I have the Eight of Wands. And I have the Eight of Swords. Wow, that's like push and pull, forward, backwards, forward, backwards. You know, here comes the blessing. Well, I'm not ready for it yet. Oh, here comes another blessing. Oh, not ready for it yet. You know, I'm ready for it. Oh, here it comes. No, I'm not. There's a lot of you stopping yourself from moving forward in your own desires, number one, because of what was, because of the Three of Swords. Some of you, you're thinking of moving. This is part of a plan. This is part of, you know, something I've always wanted to do, but you keep stopping yourself. The energy is there for you. The energy is supporting you in this move, in this endeavor, whatever it's going to be for you. But then comes the Eight of Swords. So what's the Eight of Swords doing here? The Eight of Swords is that self-created fear, right? That self-created wall. Where I keep myself sometimes isolated. I keep myself away from other people, or I keep myself away from my own life is what I'm doing here. So why am I doing that? What is making me so nervous, let's say? Well, other people, listen, a lot of this is about the way you think other people will view you, what their opinions will be. You know, something may be within your own heart, but you feel like others will, you know, in some way try to talk you out of it or tell you you're wrong. So a lot of this energy is coming from other people, but what you've done is created your own cell, right? Your own prison, so to speak. So chances are I don't want to face them. I don't want to face it, right? But yet I do. I don't, but I do. But I don't, but I do. This is self-created. That's good news. And what I mean by that doesn't mean that there aren't people out there who weren't mean to you or rude to you or, you know, aggressive with you. It's not that. It's about what you did with it. You know, their comments then you took on. Their comments you wore. And eventually built yourself an armor around it. It could be the energy of a father telling you, you know, you're not gonna make it. It could be someone may have a father who is trying to get them out of the house. I don't know if that's necessarily a bad thing. I feel more it's because someone is not pushing themselves forward, and I feel like this father can see your skill, can see your talent. And it's not you're fearful of the talent, you're fearful of the world and what the world will do to it and to you. But I feel like for someone, there's like a father figure or a boss, and this is in a positive way, though it can feel hard. But I feel like they're kind of forcing your hand because maybe, you know, I do start things and then I don't finish them. And this person is, first of all, let's look at the Emperor from this aspect. This is someone then we can look up to. This is someone who carries a certain level of wisdom, which means they have a certain level of experience. And, you know, so when they're looking at us in the way of like, you know, don't waste your talent, don't waste your dreams. They're also feeling within your energy that you hold yourself back, okay? You hold yourself back mainly because of not believing in yourself. You don't believe in yourself because of what other people, how they've influenced you. And that is what needs to be cleared, okay? That is where you have that stop and go, that stop and go, that stop and go. You know, I don't know if you Well, the one thing I want to say is stop worrying about what other people are going to think, because this is about your desires. This is what is within you, and other people outside of yourself really have no say-so here. I'm not sure what I'm talking about, other than this is the energy you want to look at, right? Because once I look at that, it's like free myself from that, and then the Eight of Wands is there. Fast moving energy, right? Fast moving energy. But the Eight of Wands to me is also the energy of what I think about, I bring about, and it's sitting right next to the Eight of Swords. So if I think about the fear, well, that's what I bring about. Okay, let's keep going. I'm still going to leave these out. I'm just doing your reading in a little bit of a different way. I have the Hermit card of Virgo. 2 9s. 99. 99. 99 bottles of beer on the wall. 99 bottles of beer. You take one down, you pass it around. 98 bottles of beer in the wall. We have the High Priestess. Well, that's kind of beautiful energy, this Hermit next to the High Priestess. You know, that is, you know, what's that saying? When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. The High Priestess is the teacher for this Hermit. When I put myself in that energy, reflection, right? But more like spiritual reflection. The Hermit to me, again, is the energy if I'm seeking. I'm seeking clarity over my life, over my physical world. The High Priestess is about our intuition. It is about, you know, I feel like she is she's who we meet at the gate. Sometimes through meditation, sometimes through dreams. And when we live a truly spiritual world, I feel like I just merely ask and she's there. I ask and she's there. This is a goal to get up to, by the way. So this is the deep reflection. And to me, again, the High Priestess coming out in the energy of, I'm here to help you. I'm here to give you the answers you seek. Especially with her having the Ace of Wands underneath her. That is like that's like passion that rushes back into one's life. I have the Queen of Swords. Sorry, the Queen of Swords on both sides of the High Priestess. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And I think what I might do after we do this is I might go back and just clarify the people. I just want to go with the flow right now, though. Here's the Tower. It's funny because the Tower is coming right over the energy of where I found the Tower, and that is the Three of Pentacles and the Three of Swords. And there is the Tower. Well, hello. But there's the Fool. And the Nine of Wands. All right. Let me put this in perspective for you. So, let's go back to the band, okay? Again, I was in that band. I thought we were going to make it big together, right? I thought we were going to travel the world. We had all these dreams, these plans. Remember, it can be something other than a band, but we're going to use that right now. So this is what I thought, right? I thought it was just going to be my everything. I feel like the reason why I keep saying a band is because I also have the energy of whatever was within this group also laid my desires. So this was a way for me to bring out my own desires. But I feel like once everything happened, when that Tower came down, I gave up on it. I gave up on my dream, right? I gave up on myself. I gave up on a chance of, you know, a relationship. I stopped. I stopped. And this is when I started to create my Eight of Swords. Sorry, I'm moving around so much. This is when I started to create my Eight of Swords. when this tower came down, right? That's when the wall started to build up. But the Nine of Wands is telling me wherever this focus was at, whatever that desire was back then, it's about maybe readdressing it, revisiting, but revisiting it with a different type of energy. So the Fool is what's representing that, right? It's the next chance. It's the new chance. It's about taking a chance. But the Fool does not bring the energy of her past forward. She just doesn't do it. She begins from a place of clarity. She's looking right at that tower like, I know why you came down now. I understand that. And when I can understand that, it turns into a blessing. Because right off the bat, we found out that that foundation was weak to start with. It, chances are, would have never made it to where I wanted it anyway. And the Fool's like, okay, I get that now. I understand that. But the Fool's saying, I don't want to give up my dream, right? I'm bringing my dream back. I'm bringing it back to the surface. 901 gives me that energy of that's exactly what you're meant to do. That's exactly, you're feeling the energy correctly. And you have a lot of supporting energy behind that. This is taking that nugget and rebuilding it, but building it with that strong foundation now. Whether that be a relationship, whether that be a band, whether it be a job, whatever it is, it's starting from ground zero and build it up from there, okay? You have the talent, you have the skill, you have what it takes already. You have collective wisdom, okay? Now it's putting it to use. You've got the ball now, put it to use. You've got the ball now, put it to use. Okay, that's what that means. Okay, let's keep going. We're going to keep them out. It's like the caterpillar and the butterfly. I was the caterpillar, now I'm the butterfly. If I allow myself to be. This Queen of Swords is over here is attached to this tower. So in some way, somehow, she is included in that tower moment. Alright, we have the Seven of Swords, and look at this, we have the Four of Swords. So we had the Seven of Swords here on the bottom of the deck, and then that was attached to the Nine of Swords. That is difficult information, difficult energy. That is, you know, that's playing something over and over and over and over and over in my head. Something that happens, something I don't have clarity about. Something, you know, the reason why is everything to me, or at least I think that, right? The sun's right below that, so some of you, I know, are receiving your clarity in this reading today. I know that, I have no doubt. And for some of you, it's you needed to know that the foundation was weak to begin with, okay? But it doesn't mean I can't rebuild it. But look at this. This is the healing over that previous energy. It's the healing over it. It's prayers being answered. The Four of Swords, we have four swords, right? I'm just trying to see, and not all cards are the same. So I often feel like I've laid down my swords, right? I've come to source with willing to lay down my swords. I come looking for understanding of any, you know, more than anything else. It's the, I have to feel understanding helps heal us. Understanding allows us to, you know, I looked at the tower as in it was all, you know, like it was everything here was against me. It was all against me. It wasn't against you, right? It always can give you a trigger towards something new. And by the way, you know, who knows? You know, we have the Emperor, part of the band, who was called out that way. But, you know, maybe you would have been too, because you had the energy of your own skills, your own talent, and your own desires. Okay. But I kind of love that. So this brings us a healing. And we need that with the Fool. So I'm glad that it showed up, because exactly what the energy is asking us to do, take on the energy of the Fool. But we're also gonna heal you. We're also going to, and I feel this is more about peace of mind. We're gonna give you that peace of mind. You got to seek it. You got to ask. But this is about prayers being answered. And I feel for a lot of you, it's about a mental thoughts, and because I feel like my mental thoughts is what has held me back. It's a healing over that, and the ability to take on the Fool's energy. I have these 6 of Pentacles. I have the Queen of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. This Queen of Cups is coming from very beautiful, balanced type energy. I feel like this could certainly be you, but this is the energy of having a very compassionate heart, being very empathetic. And how do I get to this point? How can I be empathetic with someone else, or be compassionate about someone else or something else? It comes through experience, right? If I never had my heart broke, how can I really have compassion for another, right? If I've never walked in your shoes, how can I be empathetic to your struggle, right? Chances are you run into people who've had similar struggles as you. It just like I said earlier, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. I have the Page of Swords, and I have Destiny. Destiny. Something's just meant to be, right? Maybe I thought it was meant to be back then, but it's saying, no, it's not about when, it's about, well, it is about when. I feel like there's a lot of you feeling this intuitive call. It's almost like an intuitive call to take your life back. An intuitive call to make your life better, right? To consciously make my life better. How? Coming from the Fool's energy. The Fool's looking on at that tower, but she's not fixated, all right? She's in movement. She's going the opposite direction as the tower, but she's reflecting back on it and then moving forward. Especially with the Nine of Wands right next to that. The Nine of Wands talks about a life's journey and how we become stronger and stronger through our journey. If we allow ourselves. If I stay in the Eight of Swords, I'm not really expanding in there, right? But the Nine of Wands talks about past lifetimes too, about all the experiences you have had and pulling on that strength. Now, maybe I can't literally be like, all right, I want to think about an experience I had 3 lifetimes ago. But I don't need to do that, right? The universe takes care of that. I just need to know that I have this inner strength and then to pull from it. I want to see what's coming after this wheel. I want to do, actually, I'm going to take this wheel. I'm going to pick up these cards. And we're going to take it from the wheel. I have the moon. Hello, Pisces. Also represent Cancer, their ruling planet. Well, hello, Cancer. Chariot, double Cancer. Pisces and Cancer. Hello, Ten of Cups. Chariot. Look where the Chariot is willing to take us, to that Ten of Cups. Part of our destiny. The Knight of Wands and the Page of Cups. I feel like this is talking more to those who are not in a relationship right now. Well, I shouldn't say that. I should not say that. But maybe I'm speaking more to them, to you. Anyways, we have the energy of destiny, right? First of all, we have the Hierophant that opens up your reading. So this is a higher energy. This is allowing yourself to vibrate on a higher level. This is the energy of belief, right? Our belief system, keeping our faith, coming from, being willing to come from a higher energy. So the wheel comes right underneath that. So as I move into that type of energy, then I have movement, right? Because I have the wheel that goes into the Chariot, that goes into the Ten of Clubs, with your card here in between. And I'm going to clarify that a little bit more. Matter of fact, let's just do it right away. Did I use these cards yet? I feel like I already used them. So we're kind of doing two spreads here. You have a lot of water out now. A lot of water. You know, when you see a lot of water in your spread, it serves you, especially with the wheel coming out first, it serves you to flow more, right? This is about flowing with energy, the ebbs and flows of life. This is not about resistance, right? This isn't even so much about, you know, my material world. This is about loving, like the love of oneself, going after one's true desires. You know, it's you. And I don't mean that in a selfish way. But ultimately, it feels like the Ten of Cups is the ultimate destination here. Look at that. Ace of Pentacles coming out over the Wheel of Fortune. So when I see the Ace of Pentacles, and by the way, I don't know why I'm thinking this, but it's like your opposite sign. So I feel like this is something that maybe you don't expect. Like an opportunity opens up. But this is about something within your own material world. This is something that's tangible. Something could change your life, change your world. So some type of opportunity, some type of blessing. Can only think that it's love, right? Because ultimately we end up in the Ten of Cups. we have the Seven of Pentacles. So Seven of Pentacles to me are about those seeds of intention that have already been planted, right? I may have planted this seed, right? This person, this experience when I was in spirit form. I could have planted it lifetimes ago. It could be an ongoing saga, so to speak. But bringing it, right? This is about harvest time. The Ace of Pentacles is supporting the Seven of Pentacles with the Wheel. All of these cards are energy of destiny, of what is meant to be, right? What is meant to be. I don't have to accept that, right? I can always refuse it. But this is quite beautiful energy. So something is moving into your physical world. And it's the energy of, what feels that it's meant to be. I don't feel a lot of resistance around this. Let's keep going. I have the Devil. Possibly card of Cancer, or Cancer, Capricorn, not possibly, it is a card of Cancer, Capricorn, I'm sorry, there may be a Cancer and a Capricorn out there right now, and I have the Eight of Pentacles. So let's look at this. Here's the thing, whatever this entails, I don't want to take shortcuts, and the reason why I don't want to take shortcuts here is because it won't get me to my ultimate goal by taking shortcuts. The shortcuts, well, can weaken that foundation again. And I don't want to go down that road again. I don't want to start something from a weak foundation. Eight of Pentacles tells you, whatever it is that you put into something is what you will receive. Whatever energy I put into my job, my creation, my romance, it is what I will receive back. I have to be willing, I guess I don't have to be, it would suit me to be willing to start in the beginning, right? Eight of Pentacles is also the energy of the apprentice, right? So I go into something, I don't know everything. I don't know everything there is to know yet, but I'm willing to learn within the Eight of Pentacles. What I love about the Eight of Pentacles is one of the main goals is to build a strong foundation. Starting it right now, I'm starting to build that strong foundation right now. It is where my focus is at. So I want to, and the focus is right down on this Ten of Cups. Well, just realized that. All the energy is kind of moving into that Ten of Cups, except for this down here, but we'll look at that. I don't know, guys. It's just like, I have to be willing to be the apprentice, but someday I will be the master within the Eight of Pentacles energy. And I'm looking down at the Ten of Cups. So I feel like it's a goal that I have, right? It's my ultimate outcome, but I'm willing to start from the beginning. And I'm thinking of that foundation, right? This is for some of you rebuilding, because it's also connected to the Lovers up there. So for some of you, it is the energy, you could say like a twin flame. It doesn't have to be at all. I just feel like someone is wondering that. So it's that type of energy. But, before I just call someone my twin flame, I want to learn about that, right? I need to learn what that means. And I don't want to give that title off freely, right? Because that's saying that there's no one else in the world for me. And that's just not the case. But anyway, that aside, I'm willing to take the steps necessary to build the strongest foundation, because your ultimate goal is that Ten of Cups. And that is what you need in the Ten of Cups. I feel like everything else is kind of put in place with you. With the Wheel here, it's like whatever is entering with this Ace of Pentacles is part of your destiny. I know that. It's all here. Even if you don't know it, because, I do have the Moon here. I think it's representing many of you. Because I don't feel like I have a lack of clarity here. I don't know that I'm even looking at that point. But I can feel that this is coming towards me. I feel it. It's part of my destiny, right? Receiving it and then putting it to work, right? You got the ball, now put it to use. Let's keep going. I have Temperance, and I have the Four of Pentacles. So Temperance is a card of Sagittarius. Temperance is about divine timing. Temperance says, yeah, you have quite a few cards that talked about patience, right? And patience, what that really means to me is it's been a while. It's something that has been a while. When Temperance shows up, I know that it's divinely guided. That means it's divinely protected also. So I can't really screw it up too much unless I am not willing to put in any work. Whether I'm, this is about receiving the answers and then putting them to use. All right, so I receive clarity and then I use that to my advantage. So I'm not just receiving clarity to receive clarity. I'm receiving clarity so I can then go after my dream, right? Start to put in the work I need. Understand that this time the foundation is everything, right? I want to build it correctly this time. This is universal energy. This is universal protection. And this is helping you to guide. Temperance surely is talking about this Ace of Pentacles. And the patience it took for this to arrive. But here it is. It's coming over the Four of Pentacles. And for some of you, this could be talking about a home move, right? I'm moving from my home. Some of you, I feel like it's also within a healing. It helps. It's healing. It may be healing my home. Yeah. Some of you, it's like the healing over your home, the energy within your home. And let's just take a couple more over this side, and then I think I'll let it be. Here's the Tower again. Coming over the Page of Pentacles, or the Page of Cups. So the Page of Cups talks about self-healing. Being willing to put in the work to help heal myself, right? I don't need spirit to come in and heal me. I can heal myself. Again, I heal myself through the understanding of myself. Princess of Wands, so then I can put into action. Four of Swords and the Queen of Cups. I feel like for a few of you, part of your past experiences is absolutely what makes you, or what has you deciding to do something within your world today. And for some of you, it's like in the medical field. And that can be a million different things, but I feel in particular for some of you, you go into the medical field. Now, you may go into the medical field, and I'm saying medical. So I don't know that I just mean medical. Maybe what I'm really talking about is wanting to help others, right? Wanting to help others through my own experiences. And I feel like it kind of changes my direction. Some of you may have witnessed a healing. And because you witnessed that, it triggers something within you to now want to maybe go recreate that for others. Or just because I know it can happen, because I've seen the miracle, the healing. This is what I am now moving on, right? She's also attached to that tower. So she's not fearful of that tower anymore. Matter of fact, what she's doing is she's taking that tower and she's putting it in her backpack. The experience of the tower and what she's learned from it. And she's using that to help others, but in a healing type of way. Interesting. Before I go on, I want to jump back up for a second. I want to just look at the Ten of Pentacles. I'm sorry, Ten of Cups a little deeper. Okay, we got a lot of cards, but we're going to take them. Hello, Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles coming over the Ten of Cups. Because all I really want to look at right now. King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, coming up often. Both Aries and Leo. Well, and then we had Temperance too, so we had Sagittarius. Nine of Swords. Queen of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. The Lovers. We have a lot of Mercury energy right here. The Virgo and Gemini. Card of Gemini. We have the Lovers up here, getting a lot of the same cards. The Prince of Wands coming out with the King of Wands. So I feel like this is about younger energy for some of you, right? The King is who's in my today, but the Prince was of an earlier time. I feel like for some of you, you have Earth and you have Fire, which seems like a strong element. Both seem to be looking at the card of the Lover. So I feel like this is talking about possibly a past, someone of my past. I don't know if it's this lifetime or a lifetime before. I kind of feel like for some of you it's this lifetime. And then look at this. Ten of Wands comes up. Okay, I feel like this is somewhat of a warning. So we have the Ten of Cups. That means that potential of it existing is very real. We have the Ten of Pentacles. Same thing. Can I have it all? Of course I can. It takes a certain type of energy, right, to live within all of this. I feel like we're talking about of an earlier time, someone of an earlier time who presents themselves today as the king. And I have the Queen down here, but I have this Ten of Wands with the Nine of Swords, and this is the energy that would concern me more than anything. So I feel like this Ten of Wands doesn't exist right now, but I could make it exist. I could. This is an energy I want to be careful of. Why? Because it doesn't exist. I have the Nine of Swords here. This tells me this is something I fear. This is something I play in my head over and over and over again. Maybe I tell myself, hey, I can have the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. And then I tell myself I can't. For whatever the reason. I talk myself out of something. This is the energy of self-sabotaging. But to the point where it could throw me into the energy of depression. Anxiety. I'm overthinking. Especially with the Queen of Pentacles coming right next to that. Because let's say, well, a lot of times with the Earth sign, they can't think something to death. They can't overthink it, right? Overthink it, and then I can't seem to come to a conclusion. So I feel like what this is saying is we had the potential here, right? There's a few things I just need to look at, but the potential is here. I have this Lover who came back out again. So I'm not going to be, I know this is the Lover of an earlier time in our reading, perhaps an earlier time in your life. This is the connection between two people, right? This is more than I think someone's cute or I think someone's funny. This is the energy of, man, they got me right in my heart and the connection doesn't seem to want to die. But this is the fearing of it, right? It's the fearing of it. So sometimes I may look at it and be like, yeah, we could really have it all. We can have it all. But then, bam, you're afraid that someone will not be part of a relationship, that someone not willing to give everything that you're willing to give. And if you come with an ego, you're right, because an ego matched up against another ego is a guaranteed fight. It's just guaranteed. Someone's got to put down the ego and come from the point of reason. Not that I feel like we're having a discussion here. But it's funny because everyone can see the energy of the lovers here. But yet the Nine of Swords is what backs it all up. Nine of Swords is unnecessary worry, by the way. That is the meaning of the card. Unnecessary worry. Unnecessary. It's the energy of my thoughts going on and on and on and on and playing over and over and over again and thinking I have no control of that. And this is exactly what I need to get control of, right? Getting control of that. Merely for one reason, because when I stay in that Nine of Swords energy, I don't believe that I can have the Ten of Cups and Ten of Pentacles. I may not believe anything. I may believe that I can't go after my dreams, that this won't happen and that, right? I will talk myself out of it. But I don't feel like you're meant to talk yourself out of it here. So that's why the awareness of it is here. So you can address it and then put it to bed. Put it to bed. So some of you have the energy of coming back with someone, rebuilding it, right? Remember that. I'm rebuilding the foundation. And this time, we're going to build it solid. Ten of Pentacles and a Ten of Cups, it doesn't come any more solid. It just doesn't come any more solid than that. So you have the ability. The two people in this lover card has the ability. They have the connection. The love will continue to grow. Things will spark, right? And maybe you haven't really experienced this at the level of the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. I'm not sure how you could have, right? Because I feel like that, like it's almost like that tower was just hovering around because the foundation was weak. Like, earthquake comes and your foundation is the first to go. But I kind of knew it. And for others of you who want that connection of collaboration, look at the tower, understand why the breakup happened, and sometimes we just have to put ourselves in someone else's shoes too, and say, okay, well, what would I have done? Maybe I would have done the same thing. Maybe not. But you start to ease on it a little bit. Anyway, I think I'm going to leave it there. Ultimately, you have the Chariot on the bottom of the deck. Oh, and look at this. And the World. So, it's like the Chariot saying, do you want to go into the next chapter or don't you? It's up to you. Up to you. But here it is, right? Here's the ability to, this is the ability to make real changes in one's life too. And I think I'm going to leave it there, guys. I'm running out of cards. Pisces, I always love doing your reading. I always know it's going to be emotional. You're just loving souls. And some people will be like, oh no, that's not a Pisces. Well, they just had you at a bad time. Just like we all have our light and we have our shadow. I love you guys. I just love you guys to death. And I love your hearts. I just do. But sometimes, if my heart is my biggest organ, let's say, then I want to make sure that I have a lot of clarity around that, right? It's really up to me to keep the clarity in my life. And if I tend not to come from my ego very often, then I feel like clarity easily comes in. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. I can't say that I know what all these messages meant today, but I know that all these messages are for you. And if I don't get them all, I know you will. So thank you guys. Thank you, as always, for being part of my channel and part of my family, and helping to support me and my work. It means the world to me. You mean the world to me. Let's not hold ourselves back anymore. It's 2020. Let's go after our dreams. Go after what it is we want. Doesn't mean we're going to reach them all, but at least we tried. At least we tried, because what's worse, never trying or going after something and maybe not getting it, but different things open up because of that. Okay, so I'm going after this and maybe I don't get that. But this opens up and that opens up, where otherwise I would just be stuck in my self-created prison. So I'm open. I'm open to experience. That's what we're here for. I love you guys so much. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.